Top of the top, everybody. It's Saturday. It's still a little bit of daylight outside, and today I'm making a zucchini bread. I'm growing zucchini in my backyard, and one of them are ready, and it's huge. So today we're going to do things a little different. I'm actually going to take y'all in my backyard, and I'm going to cut the zucchini off the zucchini plant, and then we'll bring it back in here and we'll make the zucchini bread. Today we're going to be using flour. Doesn't matter if it's self-rising or all-purpose. We're going to be using baking soda, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, 3 eggs, brown sugar, granulated sugar, some vegetable oil, vanilla extract. Of course, I'm going to need zucchini. I need some walnuts and some raisins. That's what I'm putting in my zucchini bread. So this recipe actually makes 2 loaves. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Of course, I'm going to be actually giving some away. I'm not going to eat 2 loaves of zucchini bread. That's a lot, and I don't need to be eating all that. But I am going to make 2 loaves. Maybe I'll take it to church tomorrow, or I can give my dad some, or give one of my friends some. But let's go outside. Let's get cracking. All right, so we are going outside in my backyard, and first thing you guys see is tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes. I actually didn't plant these. I grow tomatoes every year, but because the seeds fall everywhere and the birds come and they devour my tomatoes, we share. These tomatoes sprouted up right over here, so that's what that's about. I got my apple tree right here, peach tree, another apple tree. I got some peppers going on right here. I just watered. Got a lemon tree down there. Just a lot of stuff going on. But for the main event, this is my zucchini plant, and this is the zucchini. You see that big old thing right there? So I'm gonna cut him. I'm gonna cut him out, and then we're gonna go back in the house and get busy. Let me just show y'all how big this is. Look at this thing. It's huge. So we're gonna go back in the house. Okay, I've cleaned my zucchini, rinsed it off, got all the dirt off of it. I washed my hands, put on my gloves, and now it's time for me to grate 3 cups of this zucchini. So once I have 3 cups, I'll put it in the bowl. Next thing I have to do is the walnuts. I need to crush these walnuts. They need to be crushed up to my liking. I'm using 1.5 cup of walnuts. I got my raisins over there too. I'm only using 1/2 cup of raisins. With this particular recipe, it doesn't call for raisins, but because I want raisins in it, I don't want to put too much raisins in there and then mess up how the zucchini bread rises and how it, ends up coming out. So I'm only going to put 1/2 cup. But I guess I'm going to grate this, and then you guys will watch me do that, and we'll continue on. All right, let's see where we're at. One. Two. All right. Time to do the walnuts. So, dry ingredients: salt, baking powder, baking soda, flour, cinnamon. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I did use my cousin's spice mix. I added it in here. I know y'all ain't got a spice mix, but I mean, you could use allspice if you wanted to, but I'm using my cousin's spice mix, and I put 1/2 teaspoon in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix these ingredients, and once this is mixed, put this to the side. It smells so good. All right, so this is going to the side. Next step, beat the eggs and sugar until smooth. Add oil and vanilla. Okay, so wish I had a bigger bowl. Got my eggs, and you see I cracked my eggs in here. Got my eggs. brown sugar, granulated sugar. And I will beat this until smooth, just like the directions said. All right, looks smooth to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my oil. My vanilla. And I can't go any further without this. A dash or two. And I'll go ahead and mix this in as well. All right, so this is mixed in. Now, the directions say fold in the grated zucchini. Fold in. So we're not going to use this mixer. We're going to fold it in with this spatula. So fold in the grated zucchini. See the folding motion? Folding it in. Okay, so this is folded in. So the directions say to stir the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. And actually it doesn't say stir, it says fold. So again, we are going to fold these ingredients into the dry mix. And we're only going to fold these ingredients into the mix until we see not a whole bunch of dried flour. We don't want to fold it completely, but we want to fold it to the point where we see some specks of dry flour, but not completely folded in. I guess I should be showing you this. So, see, I'm just folding it in. I'm not mixing, I'm folding. Now, I feel like that is folded enough, right? We can still see some white in there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my nuts and my raisins and gently fold in there until there's no dry streaks of flour. And then also your loaf pans should be greased. So if you haven't greased your loaf pans, you might want to do that. I don't know how bad I want to taste this batter, but I can't eat yet, so I don't get that luxury today. So I would say this is folded. So I'm going to put half of the mixture in this pan, half of the mixture in this pan. This will go in the oven for 350 degrees for about an hour. At the 45-minute mark though, I will check to see how they're doing, but pretty much an hour. All right, I'm at the 45-minute mark. I just opened the oven. It looks a little dark to me. So that's why I said at 45 minutes I would check. Everybody's oven's different. I want to see if it's done. I'm gonna pull one of them out. I mean, mind you, this recipe only calls it to be in there for an hour, but I'm gonna pull one out, see what it's looking like. And then if it's ready, then I'll pull the other one out too. Looking good though, looking good. So let's see what we're working with. Wow, that came out clean. Let's do that again. Yeah, that's clean. I would say that's done. So let me check the other one real quick. Let's Let's see what the other one talking about. See why I always tell you guys everybody's oven is different. Had I left this in there for another 15 minutes, it would have been a little bit too crispy. This came out clean. Let me check another spot. Yeah, came out clean. So I would say they're both done. So let me go ahead and turn off my oven. All right, well, I thank y'all for watching today. I enjoyed, going out there getting the zucchini and bringing it in here. I can't wait to taste these, but these got to cool down. Once they cool down, I'll definitely have a taste of it. My whole house smells like zucchini bread. Such a wonderful smell. I went back outside to go water the other side of the house, and when I came back in, it just hit me in the face. Then my son told me, he was like, "Hey Dad, that smells so good." So we have to be doing something right if the smell is appealing to him too. But until next time, y'all take care, have a good one, and make sure you say your prayers.